Hello, dear ones. Hello. Hello and welcome. This is a safe space for indigos, empath, anyone who is spiritually perceptive, whatever label you choose or whatever label you like to call yourself. We're all part of the same club. And today's topic is a piece of slang that I only recently got to understand. Body it. Body it. Yeah, no. For some of you, I'm going to sound really old. And hey, maybe I am. I certainly feel like an old soul. But body it. I came across this slang term a while back and really had no idea what it was about. And now that I know it, I'm growing quite fond of it. And I really feel like that about the human experience. Like if we're going to have this human experience and we know we came here voluntarily, we manifested these bodies, aren't we awesome? Look at these perfect machines. They do amazing things. How blessed are we? And we should really body this human experience because we came here on purpose. And even if it takes us a little while to clear through the resistance and put aside, change some perspectives and really understand why on earth we would have done that, I assure you, once you figure it out, you'll really want to body the human experience with gusto. There is another application of that piece of jargon which applies to whenever new clients come to see me. And they show up, I think, expecting a really mystical experience. And so when I have my initial conversations with new clients, I always start with, how is your body? How are you doing in this physical form? Do we have enough magnesium? Are you eating enough spinach, pumpkin seeds, and such? Dark chocolate. I mean, really, how hard is it? Regularly eat dark chocolate. There are some good ones out there, and we really could do well with making sure that our magnesium is up there and high because, as indigos, we live on our nerves because of all our sensitivity, because of all the information we're receiving. Our nervous system is working overtime. And we often, if we have unresolved trauma and if we haven't yet gone through a healing journey of cleaning out all the emotions we hold that have accumulated, we can be nervous wrecks, to be honest. Hey, all of the sensitivity, even myself, I have been on this healing journey for 3 decades now, and still, sound is my Achillesium, vibration too. We have a neighbor behind us. I remember the day that a friend of theirs came round. It's not a neighbor like one of those, their neighbor, and maybe once you waved, but you don't know them. And obviously a friend came around with a new sound system in their car. And it was some festival or celebration or some public holiday of some sort. And they decided to play this music system really loud. And I had to get in the car and drive. I had to go for a drive. I had to go away because the woofer and the music in general, first of all, it was so loud, but the vibration of that, I was nauseous. I went pale, apparently, according to the people around me, but it really affected me. So we do, as indigos, as sensitives, we do have vulnerabilities in terms of our nervous system. Our nervous system can overload. It can do more work than perhaps the normies. And so we need to make sure that our basics are sorted. Even more so than the 5-sensed individuals out there, we need to make sure that our magnesium levels are good. And the best way to get there is really food. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, tahina. Oh, who doesn't love tahina? Get yourself a jar of tahina. Have tahina on anything you eat. There are lots of very high magnesium foods that you have to choose from. Make them part of your everyday. Just make sure you've got the magnesium going in there. When new clients come to me and I go through that with them, I think it's a little bit of a disappointment. This is not mystical. This is physical. Why are we doing this? Because if your body, if your nervous system is all wired right and not frayed, then inputs, there's stuff coming in from your higher self, from your spirit self. The things that you pick up will not shake you as badly, okay? So we won't get so easily overwhelmed. Now, if somebody plays music very loudly with a woofer and whatnot right next door, you may still need to get in your car and drive, but at least the everyday things, the run-of-the-mill things, those things will be easier to tolerate. So magnesium is way important there. Of course, you need to get all fluoride out of your diet, out of your daily care routines. You really do. Just do your own research on the fluoride. The calcified pineal gland is not an asset to any living being. So, body it. Body this human experience. Know that you came here for a reason. This is your vehicle. It's a beautiful, magnificent vehicle. It does a million things a second. You don't even have to think about it. It's a wonderful manifestation into the world of being. It is your classroom. You can learn through fun. You can experience joy. Let's start there and make it a magnificent experience. You've only got one of these. You've only got one of these bodies. And in the next world, you won't have this apparatus. So just have fun with it. Be as comforting and supportive and nurturing of your physical self as you possibly can. I used to love running. I started out as a dancer, and then running was I loved it. It was an alpha meditation that I really threw myself into because it gave me the time of clarity, and I loved that. And a lot of people really enjoy getting into their physical body and experiencing it because it's magnificent. It is. And if you can adjust your thinking, if you can put a new perspective on your physical being, nurture it, keep it whole, it will do a lot to keeping you balanced and keeping you sane and healthy and happy. Yeah? So take care of it. Take care of this body. It is a gift, and you are ultimately in charge. Your body is very responsive to you. Whatever you think about regularly, whatever you worry about, and that's, with this overwhelm of fear in the world at the moment, people really go off the deep end about it. Start worrying about different types of cell imbalance or cell misalignment or cell overgrowth. They call it way too early in their lifetimes. But if you're holding that constant fear, your body's also going to respond to that. So not only feeding your body good food, but feeding your body good thoughts too. And, appreciating it, appreciating this vehicle of experience. Spoil yourself occasionally. Have a good hot bath that bubbles if you'd like. And Epsom salts too, because that keeps your magnesium up. But have good physical human experience. Enjoy this embodiment. Because really, it's a unique opportunity to have a really tangible experience. You are a spiritual being. You are on an eternal journey. But here you have a physical experience where you're conscious, where you live between, where you're receiving information from the spiritual world, translating it into meaningful signals through intuition or empathy, whatever your dominant pathways are. And you get to respond to all of that physically. It's a beautiful thing. And if you can see that, if you can see it and experience it and There is absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying all the good things in life, as long as you understand that they have perspective. You won't take them with you. The most important function in this path is to grow your spiritual perception, to grow your spiritual arms and legs, so to speak. Just as the womb was the precursor to this world, so this world is the precursor to the next world. And as long as we're doing the work on gaining spiritual dexterity, understanding our perception, understanding our abilities, there's nothing wrong with also enjoying this physicality. What is it we can do? I remember in my running days, I also in those days used to wear high heels, but I mean really high, at least 2 inches, high heels. And I went off to see a client one day, and I was in my knee-high leather boots with my 2-inch heels. And as I arrived at the client, they said, oh, instead of having a meeting with one person, you'll be having a meeting with 6 people. And I had only brought material enough for one person, but I'd seen a copy shop just up the road. Yes, this is how long ago that was. I had seen a photocopy shop up the road, and so I ran 2 blocks in my 2-inch high heels. And when I got to the copy shop and I gave in the order, and they said, please make me 10 copies of this, I stood there for a moment and I thought, wow, I've just run 2 blocks in high heels and I'm not even out of breath. It was a wonderful moment. I remember that with great pride, that I had gotten that bodied by my daily running and my daily exercise. I had bodied this physical experience. And that's fun too. So, yes, it's all mystical and there's all this other stuff, but there's something to be said for really embracing the human experience and enjoying what we have here while we're here, and enjoying the small things and appreciating the birds and the bees and the nature and all of that, but also really enjoying being our physical self is responsive, divine energy. Well, and I can't explain it any other way because our bodies are so intelligent. How are these magnificent bodies that are so intelligent and so responsive? So if we can take a moment, just every now and again, to really body the human experience and enjoy it. Enjoy yummy food. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy long baths. Yes, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and yes, that is our priority. But we are here for a reason, and there is joy in that too. Pure joy, not wonky icky, but pure, lovely joy in having manifested these magnificent human forms. And we get to live a whole life. So make that a part, maybe, of your days as you go ahead and love always.